With billions of snails around the world reproducing at an incredible pace, did you know that 70% of them are raised with human care? From the moment they hatch to the time they're fully grown, these little creatures are nurtured by the expert hands of skilled farmers. Every year, these farms harvest millions of snails, producing an impressive yield. But what's driving farmers to invest in raising these unique animals? Well, let's not keep you waiting. Let's jump straight into the fascinating world of snail farming and see what it's all about. Snails, tiny creatures with distinctive spiral shells, have been on Earth for millions of years. They were the first land explorers, carrying mobile home shells to explore the world. With a diet consisting mainly of plants, snails play an important role in the ecosystem. Not only that, they are also a food source for many other animals and even humans. Archaeological evidence shows that, since prehistoric times, humans have known how to utilize snails as food. Today, snails are facing many threats such as habitat loss and climate change. Heliciculture is the farming of snails. Some species, such as the Roman snail, are protected in the wild in several European countries and must not be collected. But the Roman snail and the garden snail, Cornu aspersum, are cultivated on snail farms. Snail farmers can raise snails in models such as outdoor cages, enclosed systems such as plastic tunnels or greenhouses, or hybrid systems where snails can breed and hatch in a controlled environment, and then, after 6 to 8 weeks, can be moved into outdoor cages to mature. Most breeders allow the snails to mate with one another on their own. If snails are kept in ideal conditions, breeding will occur at higher rates and have more success. In terms of reproduction, many gastropod land snails are dioecious, but pulmonate land snails are hermaphrodites, and most lay clutches of eggs in the soil. Tiny snails hatch out of the egg with a small shell in place, and the shell grows spirally as the soft parts gradually increase in size. After about 6 weeks of nurturing in boxes and crates containing moist soil, the baby snails will be moved to the garden to be exposed to the natural environment. Snails are omnivorous animals, but they especially love fresh, young leaves. The types of leaves commonly used in snail farms are green vegetables such as spinach, mustard greens, lettuce, pennywort, or plant leaves such as mulberry leaves, banana leaves, papaya leaves. Feeding snails leaves can help improve meat quality, making the snail meat firmer and more delicious. Successful snail farming requires the right equipment and supplies to create a suitable environment for the snails to live in, including a snail cage or cage, equipment to measure humidity, temperature, soil moisture, and light. A mild climate, 15 to 25 degrees Celsius, with high humidity, 75% to 95%, is best for snail farming. 1 week before harvest time, snails will be fed powder instead of leaves as usual. Powder is often used, in this case is cornstarch or other types of bran powder. Feeding powder helps snails gain weight significantly in a short time, increasing economic value when harvesting. In addition, feeding powder can also clean the snail's intestines, making the snail meat cleaner and more delicious. The best time to harvest snails is usually at the end of the rainy season or the beginning of the dry season. This is when the snails are mature, large in size, and have high nutritional content. The breeder will gently pick each snail and place it in a mesh bag, tray, or basket lined with a soft cloth to avoid damaging the shell. Using mesh bags helps the snails to be ventilated, avoid suffocation, and maintain a certain humidity. The mesh bags or foam boxes containing the snails will be stacked on top of each other and stored in a cool, humid environment. The fastest, largest, and healthy snails are selected for next-generation breeders. This is typically around 5% of the harvest. The remainder goes for sales. Snail eggs, sold as snail caviar, after harvesting, the snail eggs undergo a meticulous cleaning process. To enhance their natural flavor, the eggs are preserved in a lightly salted brine. At the factory, workers pour the snails into large tanks for cleaning to remove mud and impurities from their shells before they undergo the mucus extraction process. The snails are placed in a specialized device where the environment is adjusted to create a warm and humid space. This is the ideal condition to stimulate the snails to secrete their natural mucus. Snail mucus undergoes sterilization and purification steps retaining nutrients such as collagen, elastin, and glycolic acid, beneficial components for the skin. The mucus is blended with other ingredients to create products such as moisturizers, serums, and masks, offering effective skin nourishment and anti-aging benefits. The percentage of mucopolysaccharides and proteins found in snail slime is very high, and therefore, cosmetic products are more effective in their anti-inflammatory, soothing, and cell restructuring roles. Snails are rich in nutrients. They are rich in calcium and also contain vitamins B, 1, and E. They contain a variety of essential amino acids and are low in calories and fat. They are often prepared fried, sautéed, stewed, or cooked in soups, which can be eaten as a side dish or main course. In some parts of West Africa, especially Ghana, snails are eaten as a delicacy. In northern Morocco, small snails are eaten as snacks in spicy soups. In Europe, snail dishes are also popular.